4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ryan here, Pre-On Zerg Commentary. This is going to be Group 12 of the MST Survivor Tournament. We're going to have SkyHigh facing off against Firefist, aka Sense, to start things off on Fighting Spirit. We're going to have Firefist, aka Sense, at the upper left-hand corner as the, what was that, orange Zerg, I believe. We're going to have SkyHigh at the bottom left-hand corner as the white Terran player, or yellow, could have been yellow, actually. Not altogether too sure, but I'm actually pretty excited about this group. It's a very exciting group for me. Interesting mix of players altogether, so I'm kind of looking forward to see what happens here. It feels like it's been a while. Okay, that's orange Zerg against yellow Terran. But yeah, I gotta say, just excited overall to see this. It feels like it's been a while. Like, I haven't commentated StarCraft in like a little bit over a week. Feels a bit rusty, but overall, good to go. Before I do anything else, before I say anything, shout-outs. Well, I gotta get a shout-out. Today I went to the Icelandic hobby store to buy my nephew a birthday present. The hobby store is called Nexus. I like to think it's from the StarCraft Nexus, Protest Nexus, but I doubt that's it. But anyway, and I met a guy that was working there, a clerk, which, you know, the clerks there, you know, they're nerds like you, so you always get to sit around and chat. It's pretty awesome. But this guy was somehow just got to talking about StarCraft. I'm not quite sure. We're checking out some comic books or something. And, yeah, I mentioned, yeah, I'm a big freak of this. I'm a big freak of StarCraft. I watch games and stuff. I've been at it for quite a while. He said, yeah, it's awesome. And I said, you know, I'm a commentator. You know, I commentate stuff. And we got talking that, and he, like, asked me who I was. I said, oh, I'm Ranchin DA. He's like, you're Ranchin DA? Holy crap. So we kind of talked about that. There are some people in Iceland that are actually fans of this. Meanwhile, quickly to the game. It's a 12 hatch coming in from Firefist. Meanwhile, he's sitting on a drone schedule lower left hand because he'll win the wrong direction. SkyHigh, meanwhile, scouting to the right with his SCVs, probably going for a 1 Rex into CC. Is going to scout a little bit late. And Firefist actually sending the drone right across the map, so he's getting a little bit funky, thinking, you know, maybe he's right across the map. Sometimes, you know, these instincts you try to trust, but sometimes your instincts fail. Okay, getting there with the SCV just into the natural and feeling that enough. Spotting the drone there. We're going to see where he goes because of that. Brack's almost up. But yeah, anyway, I met this fan of mine, and he said, you know, there are some people that like to watch this. There's apparently even an Icelandic, like, StarCraft championship, what I had no idea about. I'm like, seriously? Where's this? He's like, the university holds it. And I'm like, why did I not know about this? Where were all the flyers and stuff? I would have been on that stuff like crap on Velcro. Come on. And, but, yeah, it didn't happen. So anyway, a big shout out to Inko. Inko, you know, it's just huge, just awesome to. How often do you get to meet a subscriber, a fan, you know, a viewer in real time, like real life, you know, just say a couple of words. So that's awesome. Hopefully, we'll somehow manage to one day like do like a get together of a bunch of Icelandic StarCraft nerds and watch some games. Not necessarily live, but, you know, at least watch some games. I think it'll be awesome. Anyway, let's see. Inside hatchery coming in for 5. He's going to go for a 2 hatch build. I'm sorry, 2 base build, 3 hatch build. Probably going to go for mutas. This is generally what you see. Should be seeing a second extractor coming down into natural expansion fairly soon. You know, for quick gas. We're going to see what actually happens. If there's no gas coming in quickly enough, so this might actually be a lurker build instead. We're going to see what happens. On the opposite side, we did see SkyHigh put down his command center. Meanwhile, now putting down his own refinery. I think that was, yeah, his refinery alongside a second Rax. So he should be getting his tech up alongside. And just overall, I'm really excited for this group. Really excited to keep watching StarCraft. Ooh, SkyHigh doing some nice moves over to the CV. They're getting the scout inside of the main. Not running into the natural. Trying to keep himself alive. There are 4 Zerglings there. No, are going to box him in. Oh, but nice dodging from him. Only a couple more hits, I think, on the SCV before it dies. But at least going to go out in the natural. Going to spot that there is actually no extractor coming down. So this might actually give him into that. This might not be quick mutas because you generally want a lot more gas to have for mutas to lose his scattering SCV there. But yeah, you generally want a lot more than what he had there for scouting, pulling off several SCVs now. Firefist is to start mining at his natural expo. Meanwhile, his academy is on the way. Has 1 supply depot at his natural, just outside his natural, to act as a partial blockade. Probably going to put down a bunker somewhere alongside there. Probably a little bit more to the right side. He might actually open up a choke a little bit. And if he puts it to the right side, at least let the bunker attack the mutas that might be forthcoming or might not be forthcoming. Creep colony now being put down by Firefist to protect his own natural and a Hydra's Den. So this is going to be a 2-base lurker build. Of course, SkyHigh can't be sure of this because he can't get his SCV inside yet again. There is another drone, possibly put down another creep colony. but he can't be sure of this. But I think the fact that there was no second extractor coming up, no second gas for Firefist is definitely a clue. Academy Mob, even now we're going to be seeing Stim. I think he also had a Firebat out there. CV trying to sneak by. Oh man, is he going to get a couple of hits? One more hit from the drone. Is the CV going to go in there? Is the CV going to spot it? I think yes. Oh, SkyHigh with absolutely beautiful scouting. Goes, spots the Hydra Den. Gonna spot the lair coming up. The lair being up, I'm sorry. So he's definitely going to be expecting lurkers. He's probably going to be putting down turrets, you know, getting down comp stations as fast as possible. Meanwhile, actually moving out to put some pressure. Force is very important what Sky is doing here. He's putting on some pressure. He's basically trying to force Firefist to delay everything he has. He's being putting down 2 extra sunken colonies. He's probably not going to be able to go for a break here, but that's not the point of this attack at all. This is just to force him to put those 2 extra sunken colonies, possibly delay his lurkers just a little bit. His production hatchery of Firefist not producing anything at the moment. A couple of zerglings out in the field, but they're not really going to be able to do much. Engineer be coming up at the moment. What Sky wants to do is just delay Firefist as long as possible. Delay his lurkers. He has his comsat stations up already. Now he just needs to put down a couple of turrets to help him, and to be wary of possible drop coming inside of his main. There is no drop forthcoming, but you never know if Firefist decides to go for a slow drop build. Try to use that 9 o'clock position to get some overlords over and slow drop over. Bunker B puts on quite a bit outside the Natural Expo, and meanwhile scans the defensive positioning of Firefist. So Sky just to make sure what's coming at him. Putting on the bunker at a little bit outside the Natural Expo. It's actually a pretty good idea for him here because he's facing lurkers instead of mutas, basically giving himself an additional layer of defense. So basically the lurkers have to break through more than one layer of defense. Also has a factory coming up, so he's probably just going to try to speed towards Science Vessels. Probably going to be forced to go for SK Terran because of this. 12 o'clock position, 12 o'clock hatchery being put down. Scan going up, no lurkers in position. So these mid-greens are actually staying a little bit far away, just making sure they're safe. Lurkers are coming in position, but killing the drone did not get escape. At the very least, there was a cancel. Queen's Nest, meanwhile, coming up for Firefist. I just don't think he's going to be able to at all afford this. Has a few lurkers out in the field, some zerglings, but I think going for Hive at this point is just a little bit too risky for him. He should try to get that expo at that 12. That was the good idea for him. I think he actually is putting down a base at 9 o'clock as well. I think he's actually sent out 2 drones to do that. But he really needs to get his economy up because SkyHigh is running very good economy, hasn't been harassed at all, has his medic marines out on the field.